And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Thank you for joining us today on the Alaska Weather Program. I'm meteorologist Emily Niebuhr. It's July 20th, 2023. You can reach us at 1-855-937-4977. You can see us online at weather.gov/Alaska, or you can email our TV head, peterchan@noaa.gov. We'd love to hear from you, so please reach out. So let's look at our advisories today for hazardous weather. As you can see, we don't have any, which is great news for everyone outside today and the fishing season, etc. But it is important to know we do have a special weather statement that's out for central portions of the state, and we'll get to that in a little bit of time. But we are expecting quite nice warm temperatures in interior, but something just to be aware of if you're going to be outside this weekend. Expect fairly warm temperatures in the interior. This is hot off the press. This is from our fire weather update from the Alaska Interagency Coordination Center. So let's see their latest information. So wet thunderstorms could continue for eastern interior for the next few days. So again, we'll go over that in a bit. There might be some thunderstorms. Despite warm temperatures for the interior in coming days, humidity will not be extremely low. So that's good news for our fire weather risk. And fuels across western Alaska remain wet and less burnable. So again, with our outlook, warm weather may continue through the weekend for the interior, south central and Copper River Basin. When out recreating, be careful with campfires, because again, we're expecting some warm temperatures, so always be cautious, even though we've had a fairly wet season. Let's take a look at our fire danger for our risk from grass fuels. How dry are these fuels? Again, fairly widespread and low medium risk, but again, be cautious, and especially in interior areas this weekend with those warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at your satellite. So again, we have fairly weak systems today. We have that weak trough that we just saw, and here it is right on our map. Again, 1005 millibar low off of Russia, and it's a fairly weak system, but present enough to keep light showers and clouds across much of the area. Again, we have high pressure to the south, poking up towards the central Aleutian Islands. We do have some of those thunderstorms that we were talking about. Not too widespread, but again, we could have some lightning strikes out there today. We also have this weak low pressure in the very far south of the Gulf of Alaska. Tonight, this low remains fairly stationary. The trough is moving inland a little bit. So again, widespread lower clouds and showers across much of the western coast of the Bering tonight. We do have this new low moving in 998 millibars out in the far western Bering near Shemya tonight that will be impacting the weather through the weekend there. And meanwhile, some nice welcome high pressure across south central Alaska, so fairly nice conditions there tonight. And our low continues to linger in the Gulf of Alaska. For Friday, again, this low moves quickly into the central Bering. You can see we have an occluded front. We have a warm front into the Gulf of Alaska. But again, not too intense, just keeping widespread rain and showers across much of the Bering and encompassing much of the weather there. We do have some thunderstorms across the interior. Our low pressure system remains fairly stagnant to the south, and high pressure lingers just off the coast of the Panhandle. For Saturday's weather, again, this low is fairly stagnant with that front draped across near the Alaska Peninsula. We have high pressure remaining across in the south central region. So again, fairly nice weather for south central. Again, we're expecting some afternoon showers again Saturday with some of that warm heating that we're expected. Meanwhile, we have high pressure in place to the north along the Arctic coast, keeping some of that stratus in the, across the region. Let's take a look at your low temperatures. For Friday morning, looking about 50 in Anchorage, 49 out in Gulkana, in the 50s to upper 50s in portions of the Panhandle, and out to 49 towards Kodiak. Friday afternoon, some nice warm high temperatures for you. Looking at 67 in Anchorage, 73 up in Talkeetna, looking at 79 in Gulkana. So a nice warm summer day for you on your Friday. 62 in Kodiak. Out near in the Panhandle region, we're looking at upper 60s. So nice summer day for you across parts of South Central. Again, Saturday morning temperatures, still fairly warm temperatures, 55 for your morning low in Anchorage. We're looking at the mid-50s in the Panhandle, 49 in Kodiak again. Saturday afternoon, again, a nice change for people living in South Central, looking 74 in Talkeetna, almost 70 in Anchorage, 78 out Gulkana area, 63 down in Kodiak. So enjoy some of these nice warm temperatures. As we go north, for Friday morning, our lows are in the upper 40s to a few 50s along the North Arctic coast. And in the interior, we're looking overnight low temperatures in the close to 60. Friday afternoon, those warm temperatures start to develop. We're looking at near 81 in the interior. We're looking towards 79, almost 80 in Fairbanks for your Friday. And nice warm temperatures along the Arctic coast as well. Out towards Seward Peninsula, we're looking at temperatures closer to 60. Saturday morning, we're looking at temperatures in 58 is going to be the overnight low in Fairbanks. We're looking at mid to upper 50s across much of the interior, and along the Arctic coast, your morning temperatures will be in the mid 40s. Saturday afternoon, we are starting to heat up. We're looking at up to 85 in the interior, 83 in Fairbanks, and a few 60s in the Arctic coast. So some nice storm weather, and even in some 60s and close to 60 in Nome. So expect some great temperatures for your Saturday afternoon across Alaska. Now as we go towards Bristol Bay, we're going to see temperatures in the lower 50s across much of the Alaska Peninsula and in the Central Aleutian Islands. As we go towards your Friday afternoon, temperatures, we have a few 60s along the Alaska Peninsula. We're looking at close to 57 in Bethel. That's because of that trough is going to be around, keeping showers in the area and lower clouds. So slightly cooler again in the Bristol Bay area than what we were just looking at for the interior. Saturday morning, we're looking at temperatures lower 50s to upper 40s along much of the Bristol Bay area and region. But as we get to Saturday afternoon, some of that trough falls apart, so we do warm into the 60s for parts of the Bethel region. Let's take a look at our CPC 6 to 10 day outlook. Again, this is a nice change. This is looking at temperatures again from July 26th to July 30th. A nice bullseye around Fairbanks, expecting above average temperatures in the long term. And so we're looking at, I should say, in the midterm, and above average temperatures expected in the Anchorage area, even in the Panhandle. So a shift from what we've been seeing most of the summer. Looking at precipitation outlook, with warmer temperatures, we're still expecting some above average moisture in the Fairbanks area, especially some of those thunderstorms in the next 6 to 10 precipitation outlook. But generally close to average, and again, a little drier in the Panhandle region.